Hey, good morning, guys. I'm going to make this video a little bit quicker than the normal updates, only because not much has changed. We know that we are bearish in this market. We know that the dollar is growing stronger, so we'll start with the dollar. The dollar is currently breaking to the upside of this bullish triangle, and we are about halfway to our target. If I take the measurement here on the triangle, and I just kind of guesstimated from the top, our highs to the bottom of the triangle, and this gives us a target somewhere around here. Currently, if I was to measure that, we're about halfway there. You can see that visually we're about halfway to our target, which means that if we are halfway to our target on the dollar, we're halfway to the target. On the downside, here's the SPY. SPY has officially come up. S&P has come up, and the bulls have touched the underbelly of the 200-day, meaning that the bulls have done their job now. The market can collectively, uh, you know, take a sigh, the bears can, and realize that they have full permission to continue this downward path to wherever we are going. And again, I think that coincides with the dollar. Once we have reached our target here, the S&P, along with the other indexes, can say, all right, they've met their target, and the bears can take a little bit of a rest, and we can bounce back up. NASDAQ, we kind of see the same thing. We can expect the same thing on the NASDAQ and the Dow. Um, Dow is interesting because if I zoom in here to that neckline, you can see that we just barely, I would say that's a close right on the neckline, and then we opened and closed below that, so kind of giving us indecision, which is typical in what we're going to see in the crypto leaders. It's kind of the same thing. So I want to start with the total today, which is the total market cap. I have this head and shoulders drawn, and it indicates our target down is 1.26 trillion, 1.25 trillion, somewhere in that range. We are currently sitting on a level. This is just like I have drawn on the Bitcoin chart. This trend line comes all the way. Actually, if I can zoom out further, it's not filling the chart. Yep. All right, there we go. This is significant all the way back in March of 2020. All right. And then we hit that again and used it as support, just like the Bitcoin trend line that we're currently sitting on. And the bears have taken a pause right here. This is a good resting area. But we can expect further downside. Remember, the trend is our friend. And everything that I'm seeing correlates: the dollar, the S&P, the NASDAQ, the Dow. It's all bullish for the dollar, bearish for the indexes, bearish for crypto. All right, because crypto is in tight correlation with the broader indexes. Moving on here, let's just jump straight to Bitcoin. Let's look at the dominance chart first. All right, so we're up against resistance. We did hit our 200-day, and indicating that Bitcoin dominance may take a pause here as well. However, this is 3 days of pause, so we could break up to the upside and through that and head on to our 47% dominance resistance level in the next few days. Again, this move up represents about halfway. It's all the same stuff, guys. Every chart is telling me that we have gone bearish and we're only about halfway there. And that gives me a big decision to make with my positions. And what I'm looking at to make that decision is, do we break, and when do we break to the underside of this trend line, this black trend line, which again, I've drawn from March of 2020. Actually, I think this one even goes further back. Yeah, this one goes to October of 19. So this is a long, hard, tough support to break. All right, for these bears to break to the underside of that, they have to be strong. There has to be something significant to help move them. So currently we have confirmed, again, the significance of this by the way of pause onto the upside. Now, I was hoping for more of a bounce here, and I am looking for more bounce, but this is all very tough resistance. This 37,000 mark, along with this downtrending purple trend line. To get through all of that is going to be tough, and I just don't know that the Bulls have the strength to do that. The one positive that I see that could indicate we might have a little bit of a bounce here is the fact that we are in such oversold territory. But that doesn't necessarily mean. I mean, if we see to a break to the upside of this, then maybe I start to become bullish again. But at this point, we just, for however many months here, 3 months, we have just been in a downtrend, and we have to give the Bears the victory all this way down. And until the Bulls show any signs of strength, I have to say the Bears are going to win this fight as well. And this is just another bear flag, which is going to take us down to this head and shoulders pattern, which I was unsure about and doubted previously, and now no longer doubt. Very much respect this. I'm trying to move this chart up to show us where our target is. So yeah, again, from this point to this point, we're about halfway. And if I was to actually even just draw a line from our neckline to where we are right now, I would say that's about halfway. And move this down, again, takes us right down to that area, 20, anywhere from 20,000. If we're going down to 24,000, may as well get it over and hit that psychological 20,000 mark, which everybody thinks we're supposed to hit for whatever reason. But because everybody thinks we're supposed to hit it, that is the power of the collective, right? So everybody psychologically is saying we need to go and touch, kiss that 20,000 marker goodbye, pay our last respects to that, because we didn't do that when we broke above that back over here in when was it? Yeah, right here. And that was in December of last year. So we broke above that previous high of 20,000, which we hit in 2017, 2018. And we just never came back down and paid our respects to that 20,000 psychological barrier. And that is all pointing to the fact that we will head down in that area. So, guys, I guess what I'm saying here is I was hoping for a little bit more of a bounce, but we have to be very skeptical that we'll get that. I mean, we have too much resistance overhead. Couldn't even break through that 37,500 resistance, and we have that purple trend line. We have a black trend line. We have all sorts of shit going on right here, and that is it's just too much. I don't see the bulls taking us above. So, but I'm not going to be selling until I get confirmation or until I see something below this trend line. And what I'm going to be doing is zooming into the 4 hour to look for that confirmation, because I want to sell into stable coins as quickly as possible at this area. All right. I don't want to be holding my altcoins all the way down to 24,000. It's just too much. I want confirmation that the bulls are going to take over. So at this point, I'm looking for confirmation. I'm going to zoom into the 4 hour once we break below this trend line, which is currently sitting at $36,111. All right. Break below that today, I'll zoom into the 4. Break below the next level tomorrow, which would be a little bit higher. Then again, I'll zoom into the 4 hour and look for that confirmation. And that's where I begin to offload into stable coins, waiting for us. It's going to take a few days / weeks to come down to this level, and possibly mid-February we hit this level down here at 24,000. And then, like I say, if we can, just come down and get it over with and hit our 20,000 mark, that would be great. I would love that, because then it's all on bull run from there. The rest of the year, and it is going to be crazy for sure, for sure. All right, that is my spiel for today. Take care, guys. Peace.